Feral, issue number 15 from Image Comics. So this series just keeps getting weirder and weirder. We start off with Moosh, and he's outside, and he's just killing and ripping apart a bunch of the bad kinds. Kind of funny how we saw them like all ravenous and just rage-induced, and now we see them and they're like limping and sad and just completely terrified of Moosh. And Lord's just watching all this, saying how hungry he is. And then we see Lucky and Elsie laying in some clothing, saying good morning. So I guess they slept together. So Lucky's just going around sleeping with all the female cats. Thankfully, we didn't see the sex scene for this one. We just saw them like starting to make out. It's weird. I don't want to see cats having sex. Also, the weird thing about this is that Elsie knows that Lucky is seeing Gigi. So why would she still hook up with Lucky if she already knows that Gigi is involved with him? In the last issue, I got the impression that Elsie didn't know. That Elsie didn't know that the two of them were together, and so when Lucky was putting the moves on her, she, was unaware of that. But it turns out that she does know, because she tells them, like, when you leave, make sure no one sees you, especially, and she's talking about Gigi. So why would you sleep with your friend's lover, especially if you're already having trouble with each other? Like, that's just gonna ruin the relationship even more. But we also have a moment where we see the kids, and they're trying to look for fish, and they notice that the fish are all gone. That's when Nico, the one who dishes out, not dishes out the rules, but the one that makes sure that the rules are being followed, he mentions that we ate them. They were starving. Like, when the people left, they left food, like piles of food for everybody, for the rats, the cats, the fish, the birds. But soon we ran out of food. And the fish, their food was almost gone. And they stopped swimming. They stopped splashing. They were weak. They were dying. So we ate them. Then they said, so we ate the fish. Then we ate the birds. And then one of the cats says, and then we ate and he gets close to one of the cats and starts drooling. And that's when Gigi comes in. So it's already like setting up what the twist is going to be, which I called it. I called it in the last issue. We have Lord, and Lord is hungry, and he's complaining. And I get it. I get he hasn't eaten in a while, but Lord is always causing trouble. Every single issue, it's trouble being caused by Lord, and he ends up getting everyone else involved. This time, at least the trouble that he causes ends up benefiting his group. I'll get to that later. But man, I hate this cat so much. He's the one character I don't care like what happens to him. But he demands that he's hungry. Nico says that because of that, we're extending your punishment by one more day. Elsie gets involved and basically just rages at the other cats. Says that you've only been inside, you've only seen life inside these walls. It's a nightmare out there. We've gone through trauma. We've gone through starvation. We've gone through life or death situation. If he's hungry, it's because he's hungry. And there's like a huge argument that starts. And during the argument, Elsie gets slapped by someone. And so she runs off. And Lord's just walking around talking about how he's still hungry. And that's when another cat tells Lord, you're not safe here. This is a quiet place. There is no strife. There are no disagreements. But order to not come to Pet City peacefully. We have blood on our claws. So this cat's trying to tell Lord, like, you got to get out of here. This is not safe for you. And Lord rushes off when they get found out that they're talking to each other. And Lord goes into the place where the food's being set up. And he sees a bunch of dog food as well as a bloody cat. And he realizes what's going on. And so we cut to Lucky trying to talk with Elsie and trying to, basically make her feel better. And just kind of discuss about how we have to follow rules and things like that. And strife just kind of happens when you're in a situation with a bunch of people. And then Lucky goes to, I guess, start having sex with Elsie. Again, this is just weird. Like, I want to see my petsploitation comics. I don't want to see my pet erotica comics. I don't want to see this. Just give me the cats trying to run away from the infected and dealing with all that, not them having sex and stuff. But before they're about to have sex, Gigi shows up and she gets pissed off at Elsie and basically says, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to see you. Stay away from my kids. And she slashes Elsie and starts slashing her some more. Like, Gigi's just losing her mind. So Elsie slashes her back. But before they can really get into a cat fight, Lord runs and says that Pet City cats are eating babies. And Lucky, he's like, kid, you're delirious. They're not eating the babies. And Nico arrives and says, nah, we are. He's right. We eat our young. We also eat rule breakers. And then they see the cat that was talking to Lord earlier with her throat slashed open. The reason why the other cats never really see kins as old as the ones that Gigi has is because they eat them. And it's weird that they eat them because they have bags of dog food. So why aren't you just eating the dog food? But no, they're basically, they're cannibalizing themselves. That's the big twist, which again, like I already kind of knew about that. I mean, I didn't know, but I assumed that that's where it was going. So it wasn't a surprise to me. I thought this issue was, it was okay. I can do without the love triangle. I think that whole storyline is dumb and just weird. I don't want to be reading that. And it's also just, I hate love triangles. I feel like that's a cheap way to get drama. And it's not just because they're cats. Because, I mean, that just makes it really weird. But even like human, if they were human, I hate love triangles. I think love triangles are the cheapest form of drama you can get other than some other stuff like essay. I think that's a really cheap way of getting drama in your stories. But yeah, I hate love triangles. So I hate that whole aspect. I don't mind like the gang having trouble and interfighting. That's fine. I called it, but it is interesting that the cats are cannibalizing themselves. I wonder what the story there is. Maybe they're just doing that. I mean, I get if they're cannibalizing the troublemakers, you know, to like basically weed out anyone that can disrupt this quote-unquote peace. But I don't understand why eating the babies. Especially since it looks like there's a lot of there was a lot of food in the food area. There's also like, it looks like food stuff on the shelves as I'm reading through this. Like there's bags of food that they can be eating. So it's not like they need to be cannibalizing their young. Maybe it's a form of population control. Like they realize that if they have a bunch of kins, there'll be more mouths to feed. That's like the only thing I can probably think of. But yeah. This was okay. Not one of the best issues. I am wondering what the hell Ghost is doing. He's my favorite, obviously. So I was like trying to see if I could find him, but he's chilling somewhere. He's probably chilling up in the rafters or something. Dude's like the only smart one in the group. Keeps to himself, stays out of trouble, knows how to fight. I'm hoping everything goes well for Ghost. But yeah, there's Feral issue number 15. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. Take care. Later. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still want to thank you for watching it this far, and I hope the next one is more to your liking. With that said, thank you once again, and I hope you guys and gals have a good one. Later.